Welcome to Gridiron Ring, live right here on YouTube for live reactions play-by-play of WWE SmackDown Live. Got a couple more roadblocks in the way before WrestleMania on Sunday, SmackDown being one of them. NXT tomorrow night, and then NXT TakeOver New York on Friday night, only on the WWE Network. And I will be live right here on YouTube doing live reactions play-by-play of that as well. Hall of Fame ceremony on Saturday night. And then the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania 35, this upcoming Sunday, April the 7th, 2019, from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. So thanks for tuning in and watching. Law and Order is currently on, almost over, so SmackDown Live will be coming up here very, very shortly. Be sure, if you haven't done so already, to like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring and myself, Coolhand Luke96, on social media. Links are in the description below. Be sure to hit the little thumbs up button, and if you have chat, questions, or comments, be sure to drop those in the chat. So, as I said, SmackDown Live tonight, April the 2nd, 2019, Royal Farms Arena in Baltimore, Maryland. Actually supposed to have a match with Rey Mysterio and Andrade, but Mysterio is now injured in his match at WrestleMania for the U.S. title versus Samoa Joe is now in question. He got injured last night. I guess he hurt his ankle last night on Monday Night Raw in Washington, D.C. versus Baron Corbin in the main event. So we'll have to see if they're going to go through with that. I had heard it's been canceled, so we'll have to see. Also, the Kevin Owens show with Randy Orton and AJ Styles. They have a match on Sunday. I think Owens is going to get involved either in that one way or another, or in the WWE Championship match with Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston, as it's going to be Kofi Mania come Sunday night, more than likely. So we'll have to see what happens here tonight on SmackDown Live. So once again, thanks for tuning in for the final go-home show for both Raw and SmackDown before WrestleMania on Sunday afternoon. Sunday evening, Sunday night, kickoff show 5 p.m. That'll be on the network. 6 p.m. they'll have the kickoff show also on the USA Network for an hour until 7 o'clock. That's when the main card starts. And I'm anticipating WrestleMania to be, probably about, I'd say, at least 6-7 hours. It's probably going to go until at least 11:30 midnight, maybe a little after, as we inch into the next day, that Monday. And I'll also be live right here next Monday night and Tuesday for more live reactions, play-by-play of Raw and SmackDown as well for the post-WrestleMania Raw and SmackDowns. And then 2 weeks from last night and tonight as well, WWE will be up north across the border in Montreal, Quebec, Canada for the Superstar Shakeup. So Raw and SmackDown both in Montreal. I anticipate Sami Zayn to return either next week or at that point in time, 2 weeks from either last night or tonight during the shakeup, and maybe realign himself with his good friend Kevin Owens, who is hosting the Kevin Owens show tonight, as I said, with special guest Randy Orton and AJ Styles. And like I said, they have a match. I think Owens will get involved in that one way or another, or with Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston. But a singles match with Randy Orton and AJ Styles, and actually have a video of the entire dark match from a couple weeks ago, about a month ago now, from SmackDown Live, after SmackDown Live, right here on the channel. So go check it out. It should be in the wrestling playlist. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring and myself, Coolhand Luke96, on social media. As always, links in the description below. Hit the little thumbs up button. Share this live reaction stream on social media. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. So this is Law and Order wrapping up here, and SmackDown Live will be beginning very, very shortly. So stay tuned.
Asking me out, inviting me over to Dee Dee's place.
Audrey, you didn't have to say yes.
I was about to tell him to go to hell, but something clicked. Like with that perv in Buffalo.
So you knew you had to get.
As soon as I get there, he invites me out into the garden. Starts seducing me. I told him I needed to use the bathroom. And I went looking for a knife. Found me a doozy. I joined him in the garden. I just met soap and...
Come on, Audrey. It's time to go.
Please, Olivia. Just a few more sips. They don't serve wine where I'm going.
Alright, so Law and Order's over. SmackDown Live is now starting. Then Now Forever opening video package as usual. So we'll have to see what kicks off SmackDown. Last night on Raw, Stephanie McMahon came out and announced that the main event of WrestleMania 35 will now be winner take all between Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair for both Raw and SmackDown Live Women's Championships. Nice shot of the WrestleMania sign, SmackDown Live, in Baltimore, Maryland at the Royal Farms Arena. Lights are out. They're going to kick off with the contract signing, it looks like, because there's a table in the ring. Also tonight, they're probably going to look back. Yeah. Last night on Raw, Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair all got arrested, storyline-wise, for the segment. And I guess they're going to have an update on the winner-take-all women's championship match on Sunday at WrestleMania. Also, WWE Championship contract signing with Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston, as I expected last week in my Raw and SmackDown recap for tonight. So actually, no, we're going to have the Kevin Owens show to begin SmackDown Live tonight. And Kevin Owens is already in the ring. So the Kevin Owens show, new graphics, black and yellow. He's got some cue cards and a mic. Wearing a Kevin Owens, very special edition of the Kevin Owens show. 5 days away from WrestleMania. He's wearing a Kevin Owens shirt and a suit jacket. No tie this time around like last week.
Each of my guests tonight is going to try to continue their respective legacy.
That's a shot towards Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase with Randy Orton. They're going to continue their legacy at WrestleMania on Sunday. So Owens introduces the Viper himself, Randy Orton. As I said, I have a video of the entire dark match of Randy Orton and AJ Styles from SmackDown Live March the 5th, about a month ago. So go check it out. It's right here on the channel. So Randy Orton wearing his cutoff sweatshirt. In trunks as well, like he normally is. So could have a match. I highly doubt it. Him and Styles will probably get into it though. But he's walking down the ramp towards the ring, and they advertise a little picture at the bottom. WrestleMania this Sunday on the WWE Network. Randy Orton versus the phenomenal AJ Styles. Orton doing his pose in the corner. So the Kevin Owens show with your host Kevin Owens kicks off SmackDown Live, and Orton just made his way into the ring. He says welcome. His opponent at WrestleMania, the phenomenal AJ Styles. And Owens is literally reading word for word off the cue cards too, which is pretty funny. So here comes the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. They're showing a recap now from last week on SmackDown Live. AJ's match versus Kurt Angle. And then Randy Orton appeared RKO on AJ, which ended the match. And then an angle slam from Kurt to Randy. AJ has made his way into the ring. Orton sitting down on one of the chairs. Normally, these talk shows and contract signings, they never end well, so we'll have to see what happens. Surprising they have a talk show and a contract signing on the same episode of either Raw or SmackDown. Normally they only do one per week per show.
Last week, everyone was really looking forward to what would have been Kurt Angle's last match ever here on SmackDown Live against AJ Styles, but you did not let that happen, did you?
Owen says people were expecting, anticipating, wanting Kurt's last match last week versus AJ, but Randy didn't want anything with it. And he says, hell yeah, I'm proud.
I saved the WWE Universe from seeing a washed-up, old, broken-down former Olympian beat a guy who thinks he's still at the top of his game. You know what?
He saved the WWE Universe from having to see that match last week.
Watching the match.
Really?
Really?
This coming from a guy who's been here almost 20 years, been in the ring with legends, and has learned one move.
AJ saying Orton's been in the WWE for almost 20 years, has wrestled legends, but he's only learned one move, the RKO. The Diamond Cutter, neck breaker.
Deadly, all you need is one, AJ, but you wouldn't get that, would you? You'd never get that. You people wouldn't get it either. But you know what you think? You all think that these indie guys have it so hard. Traveling around the world, traveling around the country, trying to make a name for themselves, trying to make ends meet for their families. Going from high school gymnasium to high school gymnasium to armory, back to high school gymnasium, making $50 and trying to impress dozens and dozens of fans. You know what I was doing while you were doing all that? I was wrestling at WrestleMania almost for the past 2 decades, every single year, in front of tens and tens and tens and tens and tens of thousands of people.
Orton with a shot towards the independent scene of professional wrestling. Owens coming from that as well with Styles.
When I was in high school gyms and wherever it may be, wrestling in front of dozens of people, you were in the WWE.
And Orton saying he was wrestling at WrestleMania whenever Styles was doing all that, wrestling in gymnasiums and... shit, I missed what Styles said there. Rewind that real quick.
WrestleMania almost for the past 2 decades, every single year.
About a couple seconds behind now, because I was talking over what Styles said, and it was a big burn, I guess. So let's hear what Styles said.
That's right, when I was in high school gyms and wherever it may be, wrestling in front of dozens of people, you were in the WWE.
Right.
Getting suspended for failing drug tests.
That is a big burn, because Orton gets another one, he's done, he's gone. Styles with a burn towards Orton's failed drug test that he's had in the past. And Owens just sitting there. Truth is, AJ,
If you were as good as you think you are,
if you're good
you
as
would have been in the
you think you
WWE
are,
long
you would have been in the WWE a long time ago.
ago. You think that your legacy is that hard work pays off? No, that's not your legacy. You want to know what your legacy is? I'm going to tell you what your legacy is. Now that John Cena has gone off to Hollywood, you have assumed the role of corporate bitch.
Orton says that Styles has assumed the role of corporate bitch ever since John Cena left to go to Hollywood. Owens gets up and leaves. And now it looks like Styles and Orton are going to throw down. Styles goes after Orton, has him in a corner. Orton coming back, slams Styles' head off the table in the ring. Styles now hanging on to the ropes outside the ring. Here comes a phenomenal forearm. And Orton then hits an RKO on the Styles phenomenal forearm. So Orton's standing tall here.
When you have a move that deadly, all you need is one. Watch this.
Now they're showing a replay of the RKO, the phenomenal forearm that turned into an RKO from Randy Orton on AJ Styles. And they always have the camera angle perfect on that. How they do it, I don't know. They're just so damn good.
Keep in mind as Randy Orton has headlined WrestleMania after WrestleMania.
Orton really heated right now. They pan to backstage now with Kofi Kingston looking at the contract for the contract signing later on tonight with Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. And then Big E and Kofi Kingston also join in with a pipe and some glasses. Cut back to the ring. It's dark, and now here comes Aleister Black. Tag team match more than likely coming up next on SmackDown Live with Aleister Black and Ricochet versus somebody. Maybe the Usos. They fought the Revival last night for the Raw tag titles. Maybe they're going to have a SmackDown Live tag team championship match up next. And they're adding that noise in to Aleister's entrance when he comes up on his table. We'll have to see if they do the same thing with Ricochet. They added thunder, I noticed last night, with his entrance when he took his hood off. 8-man tag team match up next. Aleister and Ricochet will team with the Usos versus the Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro, and Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura, and that will be up next on SmackDown Live. This Friday, though, NXT TakeOver New York, 5 matches on that card, headlined by the 2 out of 3 Falls Count Anywhere match for the vacant NXT Championship between Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, and Adam Cole Bebe. So it will be live right here on YouTube, doing live reactions, play-by-play of that as well, and then this upcoming Sunday for WrestleMania 35. So I hope to see everybody then. Be sure to tune in, like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring and myself, Cool Hand Luke96, on social media. Links in the description below.
NXT TakeOver New York, streaming live on WWE Network this Friday, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. As always, WWE Network is free for new subscribers.
At Domino's, we love pizza as much as you do. That's why we're giving you Pizza the Pie rewards points for eating any pizza from anywhere.
Pizza from here?
Yep,
How about from here?
that's right.
Homemade pizza?
I guess.
Homemade pizza.
That's a little better.
New York style deep dish.
Any pizza.
Download the Domino's app, scan any pizza, and you could earn 10 Pizza the Pie rewards points toward free Domino's. That means double points when you scan medium 2-topping Domino's pizzas, just $5.99 each when you order 2 or more.
Doug, what do all these people have in common? Exactly. Nothing. They're completely different people. That's why they make customized car insurance from Liberty Mutual. They'll only pay for what they need. Yes, and they could save a ton. We've done it again, Lee Boo. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
There's someone we think you should talk to.
Hey Dan, your coworkers told me you haven't done your taxes. I just want to say, you can call TurboTax Live CPA for help.
You'd really do that for me?
Yeah, Dan, it's literally my job.
Thanks, guys. TurboTax Live. Now with CPAs on demand. Every time it's been way too long. A Corona gets its line. Every time you're not related, but you're definitely family. Every time you meet from across the party. Every time all of us is all we need. And every time your favorite place is more about who than where. A Corona gets its line.
Pet Cemetery is one of the best Stephen King movies ever. It brings things back.
Are you happy, Mom?
It's so deeply sinister right there. Pet Cemetery, directed by Kevin Kelch and Dennis Whitmire. Rated R.
Attention oxygen therapy users. If you've been chained to an oxygen tank, then you know they're a burden. Tanks keep you from living the life you love.
I was on oxygen tanks, and I couldn't go anywhere, do much of anything. I didn't dare go far.
It's time to reclaim your independence with an Inogen 1 oxygen concentrator. Inogen makes its own oxygen from the air around you, so you'll never worry about running out of oxygen again.
I wasn't going to run out of oxygen ever, and it was like freedom. I got my life back. I really love my energy.
The Inogen 1 G4 is lightweight and compact. Plus, it's battery operated, so you can have oxygen anytime, anywhere.
Oh, do I think Inogen is worth the money? You better believe it's worth every single penny of it.
Call now for your free information kit. There's no obligation. Inogen. Oxygen anytime, anywhere.
Call 1-800-614-4254. That's 1-800-614-4254. Call now for your free information kit.
Miz and Mrs. returns tonight right after SmackDown. So that'll be on the USA Network coming up here at 10 o'clock. A little less than 2 hours away now. The second season of Miz and Mrs. with Mike the Miz Mizanin and his wife Maurice. So WrestleMania, 5 days away. Seems like everybody got jobber entrances during the commercial break. So Alistair is in the ring. He came out before the commercial break. Ricochet also out there. They are teaming with Jimmy and Jey Uso. The Usos, the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions at this very moment. And they are facing off right now as the bell rings in an 8-man tag team match versus The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro. Cesaro are going to start off versus Ricochet. Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura also in the same man tag. So WrestleMania is this Sunday, only on the WWE Network. I'll be live right here on YouTube doing live reactions play-by-play, so be sure to tune in. Cesaro in control of Ricochet, has him in the corner. They back off, and then Cesaro with a right hand. We just don't set the bar, we are the bar. Ricochet with a right hand. Ricochet with a quick roll-up pin, 1-2 kick out. Cesaro with a nice hard uppercut on Ricochet. Cesaro tags in Sheamus. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. Sheamus now with a nice uppercut on Ricochet as well.
This Friday night, NXT TakeOver New York, they challenge the War Raiders for the NXT Tag Team titles.
Ricochet with a kick to the midsection of the Celtic Warrior. Ricochet tags in Aleister Black. Dutch Destroyer now in this match. Takes out Sheamus. Left kick, couple right and left hands. Kick to the side of the face, 1-2 kick out. Rusev almost interfered. Aleister now working the left arm, left shoulder Sheamus. One of the Uso brothers tags in. So Sheamus versus, I believe that's a Jimmy Uso. Uso with a nice right hand. His brother now tags in. So I believe that's Jay. Jay is now the legal man versus Sheamus in this 8-man tag team match to kick off the final go-home show of SmackDown Live before WrestleMania on Sunday. First match on SmackDown Live here tonight had the Kevin Owens show kick things off. Lana also ringside for this 8-man tag. Shinsuke Nakamura now legal in this 8-man tag versus one of the Uso brothers. He's in control. Uso with a couple slaps to the face of Shinsuke. Rusev tags himself in. The Bulgarian Brute now legal.
Lana loving it on the outside. Rusev and Nakamura work pretty well together. There's some joining forces. Odd pairing initially, but
Alistair, Ricochet, and the other Uso brother ringside as Rusev throws the other Uso brother, can't tell which one it is, into the steel steps and now into the barricade. Rips his shirt off. Yeah, Rusev versus Jey Uso right now. So Jimmy is over there with Ricochet and Alistair. Rusev throws Jey back in the ring. Cover 1, 2, kick out by Jey Uso.
initially over their career frustrations. And you look at the Bar, you know, about 2 months ago, they were the tag team champions here on SmackDown.
Rusev tags in Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke with a kick to the midsection. Tom Phillips, Corey Graves, and Byron Saxton on commentary as they normally are. Shinsuke with some good vibrations a little bit there on Jey Uso. Now a knee to the chest. Jey Uso with a little bit of a clothesline to take out Shinsuke. Shinsuke looking to tag in. He tags in Sheamus. Jey Uso couldn't get to his corner in time to tag in one of his teammates. So Sheamus throws throws Jey Uso outside the ring. Then Cesaro, one of his teammates, comes and attacks as they go to a split screen commercial here tonight on SmackDown Live. So a commercial going on the right side of my screen. SmackDown Live continues on the left side, so I will continue calling the action. Sheamus is the legal man. He tags in Cesaro now. The ref had a 2 count, I believe. Cesaro now picking up Jey Uso. Throws him off the side of the ring. Now rolls him in. Cesaro with a right hand, reversed by Jey Uso. Another reversal. 3 in a row. Make that 4. 4 right hands from Jey Uso to Cesaro. Jey Uso now back in control, looking to tag in either Ricochet, Alistair Black, or Jimmy Uso. But in the meantime, Cesaro tags in Rusev. So Rusev now back in this match versus Jey Uso. Rusev now has Jey Uso in his tag team corner, going to town on him. Rusev now has Jey Uso in the ropes. Lana now with a right hand from ringside. Ref did not see it. Rusev tags in Sheamus, former League of Nations member. Sheamus now has Jey Uso in a headlock middle of the ring.
With free cancellations, Booker's book now, and that's their boss leader.
Jey Uso looks like he's fading. Sheamus has him in a headlock. He's trying to get out of it. Still at a split screen commercial right now on SmackDown Live in this first match of the evening, this 8-man tag team match with Alistair Black and Ricochet and the Usos versus Sheamus and Cesaro the Bar and Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. Jey Uso with a kick to the side of the head of Sheamus. Looking to tag in somebody, but he's looking at the wrong corner. Sheamus going to tag in Cesaro in the meantime. Jey Uso cannot get back over to his corner to make the hot tag.
Protect your home and auto. Hey, Canvas, who's your new man?
Cesaro goes diving through the ropes. Jey Uso still looking to make a tag. Cesaro tagged in Shinsuke though. So Shinsuke now legal versus Jey Uso. Shinsuke with some good vibrations on Jey Uso. Shinsuke tags in Rusev. Rusev and Shinsuke now working together, even though Rusev is legal versus Jey Uso. Shinsuke now with a running knee, Rusev with a pin, 1, 2, kick out as they go back to full screen from the split screen commercial. He kicked out, so the match will continue. Rusev going after Ricochet and Aleister Black. Rusev now tags in Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura versus Jey Uso on SmackDown Live.
Not a good situation for Jey Uso. I just think how pleasing it would be for Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev or the Bar to not only earn a victory in this match, but to defeat the tag team champions in doing so.
Shinsuke now with a knee to the midsection in the corner. Nakamura with a cover 1-2 kick out from Jey Uso.
Tell yourself up the ladder, skip a few rungs. If you can pin the champions, historically speaking, you almost always get an opportunity.
Nakamura has Uso in a headlock. Rusev telling him to hold him tight. Aleister and Jimmy Uso along with Ricochet trying to get the hot tag. Jey Uso getting out of this. Picks Nakamura up, Samoan drop. Nakamura tags in Rusev. Jey Uso tags in his twin brother Jimmy. Jimmy takes out the Bar and Shinsuke. Jimmy now picks up Rusev. Rusev went for a kick. Super kick from Jimmy Uso to Rusev. Cover 1-2. Nakamura breaks it up. Ricochet in the match now. Not legal, but he's taking out Nakamura. And now, well, Cesaro with a uppercut and then a kick from Aleister to Cesaro. Sheamus with a kick to Aleister. Jimmy with a kick to Sheamus. Rusev and Jimmy Uso legal competitors though. Rusev has Jimmy Uso up. Tags in his brother. Jey Uso is legal. Double kick in the corner to Rusev. Jimmy just tagged himself back in. Double super kick coming on Rusev. Jimmy Uso now with a cover on Rusev. 1, 2, 3. The Usos and Aleister Black and Ricochet win the 8-man tag here tonight on SmackDown Live versus Sheamus and Cesaro the Bar and Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. And now, here comes the host of WrestleMania 35, who is normally on Monday Night Raw, but Alexa Bliss is on SmackDown Live tonight. Let's see what she has to say. Hello again, SmackDown Live. She's looking awesome. Good as ever. Duty calls, so that's why she's on SmackDown Live, as she is the host of WrestleMania on Sunday. She's probably going to make an announcement there's going to be a SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship match now. She says Kofi will be challenging for the WWE Championship. We have a contract signing for that later on tonight. And Kevin Owens acting like he's a better talk show host than I am.
SmackDown Live has really lost its spirit of competition. Case in point, Usos. Now, Jimmy, Jay, you may have won your match tonight, but last week
DQ forfeited a match against the New Day in a tag team gauntlet, allowing them to advance and eventually win. Now, guys, I just gotta tell ya, that was so noble, so heroic, so deserving of repercussions. Therefore, I am here to announce that at WrestleMania, you will be defending your SmackDown Tag Team Championships against, well, all the teams you just shared the ring with.
Fatal 4-way now for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships on Sunday at WrestleMania. The Usos will defend versus Aleister Black and Ricochet. The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro, and Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. So another match added to WrestleMania on Sunday. Now all the competitors that just fought in this 8-man tag, they're all going after each other whether they're on the same team or not. Aleister with a black mass on Cesaro. Ricochet now going to go flying, taking everybody out ringside. Rusev, the Usos, Nakamura, and Sheamus. Ricochet's music hits. They have a tag team match on Friday night at TakeOver New York for the NXT tag titles versus the War Raiders. Now they point towards and look at the WrestleMania sign. So normally when you stand tall, Orton stood tall earlier. Aleister and Ricochet are right now. Normally when you stand tall on a go-home show for a pay-per-view the following weekend, you normally lose. So right now they just added a fatal 4-way for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. Usos defending versus Aleister and Ricochet, The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro, and Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. What the hell happened to Corey Graves' hair? He doesn't have it combed back, he has it combed towards the side, and he's wearing a plaid jacket. Changing it up a little bit, I guess. Nothing wrong with that. So I would have to pick probably The Bar to get the titles back right now. But I would like Aleister and Ricochet to win. But they very well could have them win the NXT titles, go back down to NXT, or win the tag titles at TakeOver and then have them defend up on the main roster, and then have, you know, superstars go back and forth on all 3 brands, Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. That'd be something different. They really haven't done that yet. They're actually just showing what happened last night on Monday Night Raw now with Becky, Ronda, and Charlotte, with them getting arrested and then them putting the jobber cops and security putting Ronda and Becky in the same cop car, and then all hell broke loose after that. Iconics now, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay coming out. Let's see what they got to say. They normally cut a promo before they have a match. Actually, and they're not even in ring gear, so they might be on commentary. They will be coming up next. I guess they have a message for their opponents on Sunday at WrestleMania. They're also in a fatal 4-way for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. The Boston Hood Connection of Bayley and Sasha Banks will face off versus Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. The Iconics, the Divas of Doom, Natalya and Beth Phoenix, and also Nia Jax and Tamina. Now during this first commercial break, they're showing the promo, the commercial for the Hall of Fame ceremony on Saturday night. It moved back to Saturday night this year, with TakeOver getting pushed up to Friday, with Ring of Honor and New Japan having the G1 Supercard show also on Saturday night in New York City at Madison Square Garden. So TakeOver New York will be Friday night from Barclays Center. Hall of Fame ceremony Saturday night, Barclays Center. Ms. and Mrs. tonight, only on the USA Network, following SmackDown Live here. WrestleMania 35 on Sunday, MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. They actually hosted WrestleMania 29 6 years ago now. And then Raw and SmackDown now next week, also from the Barclays Center, for the Raw and SmackDown after Mania. And those are always fun to watch, so I will be live right here now next Monday and Tuesday once again for more live reactions, play-by-play of Raw and SmackDown. And then also 2 weeks from last night and tonight, for SmackDown Live when they shake things up once again in the WWE. So far tonight, well, I'll go back to what I was just saying there about Ricochet and Aleister Black. I would like them to win the SmackDown Live tag titles and just have them be up on the main roster. But if they have them win, it's all going to depend on what they do, what happens Friday Night Takeover. If they have them win the NXT tag titles, they'll probably stay down in NXT, but then maybe have them defend them up on the main roster, which would be something new, different. I'd be down for it, though, because I think they should send some guys, whether they do it during the Superstar Shakeup or during a draft or another shakeup in the future. They should send some guys down to NXT, but not have them wrestle, every single week. But there's a shit ton of talent already down in NXT. Next, WWE NXT. That's basically what it stands for. It's a minor league, basically, towards the main roster of the WWE, if you did not know. But NXT is its own brand, though, too. And NXT sometimes is better than Raw and SmackDown, if not both, week in and week out. So NXT, though, is only on the network, but that could be changing come the fall whenever WWE SmackDown Live goes to Fox and will be live once again on Friday nights. I'm gonna pick Aleister and Ricochet to win. I have to actually add that match that the host of WrestleMania 35, Alexa Bliss, just announced. Fatal 4-Way for the SmackDown Live tag titles. I'll have to add that to my notes here for my predictions, because once SmackDown gets over here tonight, I'm going to record my WrestleMania 35 and NXT TakeOver New York prediction, so keep an eye out for that. I'll have that out tomorrow, Wednesday, April the 3rd, 2019. NXT TakeOver New York this Friday the 5th. WrestleMania this Sunday, April the 7th. But the Usos will probably either retain or the Bar will get the tag titles back, and then they'll just continue probably all summer long with the Bar either just retaining or losing them to maybe Rusev and Nakamura. Maybe they're going to be bringing up some tag teams from NXT, switching some tag teams up from Raw and SmackDown. Give Gallows and Anderson a shot, though. Make it a fatal 5-way, for God's sakes. I'm trying to think of other tag teams, but what they'll probably end up doing, the Bar will get them back. They'll lose them to Rusev Nakamura. They'll get them right back. They'll lose them to the Usos. They'll get them right back. They've done this, I don't know how many times the past couple years, because it's what they normally do with WrestleMania and then afterwards. Now, there is no ladder match for WrestleMania. They very well could make that a ladder match, now a fatal 4-way for the SmackDown Live tag titles. Back from commercial break, though, WrestleMania week will continue with Miz and Mrs. tonight. Friday night NXT TakeOver New York, only on the WWE Network. 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be live right here on YouTube, doing more live reactions, play-by-play. Hall of Fame ceremony on Saturday night with D Generation X, DX, so suck it. They're headlining that on Saturday night. And then the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania 35 on Sunday, starting at 5 o'clock with the kickoff show. 6 o'clock will be on the USA Network from 6 to 7, and then the main card begins at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for WrestleMania 35. So the Iconics, I assume they're in the ring. Love Runs Out as well by One Republic is the official theme song for WrestleMania this year. Showing some WrestleMania graphics, Universal title on the line. The Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar will defend versus now the Beast Slayer Seth frickin' Rollins. Also, no holds barred match. Triple H and Batista rematch at WrestleMania 14 years later. Triple H loses. He will be forced to retire from in-ring competition. So I think Triple H is going to win that. I have a couple predictions so far. I'll get to those here in a second. Stay tuned for my WrestleMania prediction video. I'll have that out tomorrow. Yeah, so the Iconics are in the ring. 2 weeks ago, they had a match versus Bayley and Sasha Banks on SmackDown Live once they finally appeared on the Blue brand. I believe that was in Indianapolis, Indiana. Yeah, because they were in Providence last week for SmackDown. And that's when the Iconics won, and then that's when they got added to it was at that point a triple threat, and then made into a fatal 4-way for the women's tag titles. So 2 fatal 4-way tag team championship matches now on Sunday at WrestleMania. So the Iconics, they're in the ring. As I said, Women's Tag Team Championship match. Iconics, Divas of Doom, Boston Hug Connection, and Nia Jax, and Tamina. Fatal 4-Way SmackDown Live Tag Titles, Usos, Aleister Black, and Ricochet. Let's see what Billy Kay and Peyton Royce have to say. If you hear anything in the background, it's just some dogs barking, so don't get worried. WrestleMania is on Sunday. Bring back the what? There's a sign saying something, front row. WrestleMania this Sunday, so they're plugging WrestleMania a lot. They just plug the Usos Fatal 4-Way now for the SmackDown Live tag titles. On the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. Peyton Royce could pin Natalya and win. Billy Kay could pin Beth Phoenix and win. They should have the Iconics win. They'll probably have Beth Phoenix and Natalya win though. The Divas of the Doom. They wouldn't bring back Beth Phoenix for no reason. The Iconics already pinned the Boston Hug Connection of Bayley and Sasha Banks a couple weeks ago. No-brainer. This Sunday, WrestleMania will be iconic, is what they're going to get to. Iconic. I don't like their little pose that they do at the end, but Billy Kay and Peyton Royce are, especially Peyton Royce, they're a damn good tag team.
Listen, Byron Saxon, the fact remains, at WrestleMania, the women's tag team division becomes absolutely iconic. You can't bet against.
So they go to Corey Graves, Tom Phillips, and Byron Saxton ringside on commentary, and Graves is doing an iconic pose. Graves, I don't know what the hell you're doing with your hair, but like I said earlier, it looks alright, I guess. Changing up a little bit. So now they're showing highlights from Raw last night once again with Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair, with them getting arrested and then brawling around the cop cars, in the cop cars. That whole segment last night, it was so damn stupid, it was funny. Just a ploy to get people talking for WrestleMania on Sunday. So they'll still have the match, but what they're saying now is, you know, basically, is the match still going to happen after Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte all got arrested? So main event of WrestleMania 35 though on Sunday, and now a winner take all, as Stephanie McMahon announced last night on Monday Night Raw to kick off Raw. Ronda Rousey will defend versus Charlotte and Becky Lynch for both Raw and SmackDown Live Women's Championships. Awesome. Here comes The Miz. I came to play. He'll probably plug Miz and Mrs. because that comes back on tonight at 10 o'clock. Miz has a match on Sunday at WrestleMania versus Shane McMahon in a Falls Count Anywhere match. So Shane will probably come out. Miz, actually, he's going to be in a 1-on-3 handicap match up next on SmackDown versus Sanity, Eric Young, Killian Dane, and Alexander Wolf. So at least Sanity's on TV. Okay, I'm happy about that. But Miz is going to win this. There's no doubt about that. He'll win this 3-on-1 handicap match coming up next. Commercial break, though. Last week, I believe it was on Raw, Finn Balor won. It was basically a 5-on-1 handicap match. Yeah, it was Finn Balor. It was on Raw. Versus Bobby Lashley, Leo Rush, Jinder Mahal, and the Singh brothers. And if Balor won that, he got an Intercontinental Championship match at WrestleMania, and he won. So Balor, and they announced last night, Finn Balor, the Demon, is returning. So the Demon Finn Balor will have an Intercontinental Championship match at WrestleMania on Sunday versus the almighty Bobby Lashley with the man of the hour himself, Leo Rush, ringside. So, couple matches I think that are set in stone winner-wise, for me at least. I think Becky Lynch is going to win. I think Kofi Kingston's going to win, but it's all going to depend on what happens here tonight on SmackDown Live during the contract signing. I think Triple H is going to win, and then I think Finn Balor will also become Intercontinental Champion once again, along with Braun Strowman winning the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. And then there's talk as well, like I said earlier, Rey Mysterio is supposed to face Andrade here tonight on SmackDown. I guess that has been canceled because Mysterio is injured. So his match at WrestleMania now on Sunday versus Samoa Joe for the U.S. Championship in question as well. Will he be able to go, basically, on that? If he can't, Samoa Joe might end up having an open challenge. Maybe that's when John Cena comes out. Maybe that's when, Lars Sullivan maybe comes out. They very well still could have Kurt Angle, John Cena at WrestleMania with all this backlash for Baron Corbin versus Angle. Maybe have Angle win real quick and then Cena come out maybe. Highly doubt that's going to happen. I think Elias is going to face Cena because Elias has a concert. I think Cena will come out at that point. I think Angle will beat Corbin, even though Corbin should win. And then if Mysterio can't go, put Lars Sullivan versus Joe, I guess. I don't know. There's not really anybody else I can think of. A couple other matches I'll get into during the prediction video, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to preview both NXT TakeOver New York for Friday night and WrestleMania 35 in that prediction video, so stay tuned. Keep an eye out for it. It'll be published. It'll be posted right here on the channel, uploaded right here on the channel, and then posted to social media. So like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring and myself, Cool and Luke96 on social media. Links in the description below. So Brutus the Barber Beefcake, he's going to be the final inductee into the Hall of Fame class of 2019. So I originally thought that was an April Fool's joke yesterday. I don't know why he's going in, but he's going in. So tickets are still available for the Hall of Fame ceremony, I guess, and I won't be watching. I'll be watching the Final Four, as that'll be on Saturday night as well. But Ms. Mrs. returns for the second season tonight following SmackDown Live on the USA Network at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So Miz is in the ring with a mic, going to cut a promo. WrestleMania means different things to different people. Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey, and Becky Lynch. It means making history. Women are main eventing for the first time ever. For Kofi, it finally means breaking through.
It means retribution.
For me, The Miz, it means retribution. He has a Falls Count Anywhere match versus Shane McMahon.
And even as a son, that is why I know I stand here as the best version of The Miz, because I have an incredible family. You don't believe me?
He has an incredible family. Tune into Ms. and Mrs. following SmackDown. Cheap plug. He doesn't want that. He says he's proud of his wife and daughter, Maurice and Monroe Sky. He's given us the best version of The Miz. He's more motivated than he's ever been. That's why he wants it to be a Falls Count Anywhere match at WrestleMania on Sunday. The Miz versus Shane McMahon. 5 nights away now. And this will be the final SmackDown actually as well on a Tuesday before WrestleMania. Next year, It'll be on a Friday night, live on Friday nights on Fox. WrestleMania 2 nights then after that. And then the post SmackDown will be the following Friday. That'll be WrestleMania next year, 36 in Tampa. We'll have the Raw. He just called Shane a son of a bitch. We'll have the post Raw, the Raw after Mania next year. Calendar-wise dates, I don't know the exact dates right now. I'd have to look. But we'll still have that the night after Mania. But then that SmackDown following Mania won't be until the following Friday. So Sanity now making their way out. Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, and Killian Dane. Shane has a 3-on-1 handicap match versus Sanity, who they're finally on TV for once. So I'm happy about that. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching my live reactions play-by-play of WWE SmackDown Live, the final go-home show before WrestleMania on Sunday. Like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. Hit the little thumbs up button. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. So Sanity has made their way down to the ring. Eric Young still looks weird without a beard. But they have a 3-on-1 handicap match versus The Miz right now on SmackDown. What's poppin'? Well, 3-on-1 handicap match on SmackDown with Sanity and Mike the Miz Mizanin. Now here comes the money. Here comes Shane O'Mac. Here comes Shane McMahon. Falls Count Anywhere on Sunday versus The Miz. Shane has a mic in his hand. Shane says he just came out to see it, this match, up close and personal. Now Shane calling for Greg Hamilton to introduce Shane once again as the best in the world. Former SmackDown Live Commissioner Shane McMahon. Shane's gonna make it like a 5-on-1 or 10-on-1 or something. Actually, he says ding ding ding, ringing the bell. So match begins. 3-on-1 handicap match. Sandy, Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, and Killian Dane versus The Miz. Eric Young begins versus Mike the Miz Mizanin. Miz in control. Miz takes out Alexander Wolf. Now Killian Dane ringside. That's a botch. That was supposed to be a diamond cutter, neck breaker, RKO, whatever the hell you want to call it. Did not connect, but they go to commercial break. So Eric Young, at this point in time, in control of The Miz. No split screen commercial this time around, just a regular commercial, so I can't see what's going on. Match continues, though. Thank you guys once again for tuning in and watching. Like, follow, and subscribe, social media. Links in the description below. Chat questions and comments, greatly appreciated. Keep those coming on through. Keep an eye out as well for my WrestleMania 35 and NXT TakeOver New York prediction video. I'll have that out sometime tomorrow. And then also I will be live right here on YouTube Friday and Sunday for NXT TakeOver New York and WrestleMania 35, the grandest stage of them all, next Monday and Tuesday as well, and then 2 weeks from last night and tonight as well, as WWE will shake things up once again.
Almost time for me to go.
Well, what if I...
Drove me home.
What if I lost track of time?
What if he took a leap of faith?
What if you...
Missed my flight next week?
The all-new RAV4. Toyota. Let's go places.
Dude.
So what if he's eyeing you shrimp? That's the price you pay for greatness. He's got a sad fish sandwich.
Trade you.
Get Popeye's butterfly shrimp tackle box with 8 crispy shrimp or my surf and turf for just $5.
So you're open all day, every day?
That's what 24/7 means, Sheldon.
Kind of like how you get 24/7 access to licensed agents with Geico. Yeah, you just go online, give them a call anytime.
You know, son.
Yeah. Now, what will it take to get 24/7 access to that lemon meringue pie?
That's what it takes, babe.
Geico. Great service from licensed agents 24/7.
March Madness got you doing the what just happened whale? Pick up a pepperoni stuffed pizzone. That's right, people. It's back. Now part of the $5 lineup from Pizza Hut. Official pizza of March Madness.
Michael's lowest prices of the season sale is back. Savings up to 70% off throughout the store. Plus 50% off Easter decor, baskets, and more. Don't miss our biggest sale of the season. Now through April 6th. Only at Michael's.
Your attention for an FDA warning. Did you use the diabetes drug Farxiga or Jardiance and then had a toe or foot amputation or a flesh-eating genital infection? You may be entitled to compensation. Call 1-800-DRUG-HURT or go to drughurt.com.
I'm Leanne Sword, and this is my brother Steve. Working with Steve is special.
Leanne pushes the boundary of art and construction.
You like to down, I like to decorate. It's kind of a natural sibling connection that you don't even realize you have.
All new Restored by the Force. Tonight at 9 on HGTV. And catch up on the HGTV app.
Let's go.
What are you wearing? I'm dressed for Rodeo Drive. It's Rodeo Drive.
What is your obsession with cowboys all of a sudden?
I don't get back in the saddle.
Oh my God, it's disgusting.
Growing Up Chrisley premieres tonight at 10:30 on USA.
Back here on SmackDown.
Back to the action now on SmackDown Live. Miz in control. Kick to Alexander Wolf. Eric Young tags himself in. EY versus The Miz. And he looks so different without a beard. Miz with a left hand now. A kick to the midsection. A couple kicks to the stomach of Eric Young now in the corner. Yes chance. Miz goes after going corner to corner now of EY and Killian Dane. Shane now on a Miz, or on a mic, whoa, 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 talking to the Miz. He says he forgot one thing.
That's overkill. Everybody knows that I'm best in the world. It's okay. But Miz, I'm out here to tell you really two things. Number one, just like our match at WrestleMania, okay, which will be Falls Count Anywhere, so is your match right now with Sanity.
3-on-1 handicap match. Sanity versus The Miz just got turned into a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Just so happens to be my screensaver on my phone. Please put it up. When I was grabbing Mr. Potato Face.
Mr. Potato Face, Miz's father, George Mizanin, Shane McMahon taking control of George back at Fastlane. That picture is now Shane's screensaver on his phone, he says. So this is a Falls Count Anywhere match now, 3-on-1 handicap match. Sanity versus The Miz, and now Sanity in control ringside. Here comes Killian Dane. He actually gets pushed into the barricade now as Miz moves out of the way. Kick to Alexander Wolf after he throws Eric Young into the crowd. Throwing Alexander Wolf now over the barricade into the crowd with Eric Young. They're going at it now ringside. Front row. Left hand after left hand. Miz now picking up Alexander Wolf and just put him through a table. Lil Nate is the official. Cover, 1, 2, kick out. Eric Young actually broke it up. Miz working with Eric Young, throwing him into some production sets as they work their way backstage, back behind the entrance, back behind the stage. Now Miz actually just threw a garbage can at Eric Young. Looks like they're going to be working outside here tonight a little bit as well. Miz just threw Eric Young into some room numbered 101, the photo shoot room for the WWE here tonight at the Royal Farms Arena in Baltimore, Maryland. Miz with a cover, 1, 2, before Killian Dane breaks it up. If they start working outside any, they're going to be fighting on the damn streets of Baltimore, Maryland. They are getting close to the door to go outside. They just passed security. Miz just pushed Killian Dane into the wall. Here comes Eric Young, though. They are now outside by the production trucks. And there's some rain on the tarp covering some stuff up. So looks like it rained a little bit today down in Baltimore. Miz in control of Eric Young. Now going for a kick, a knee right to the face. They are right outside by the production trucks.
I wonder, is the Miz looking at Eric Young, or is he looking at Shane McMahon mentally?
Miz now, what the hell is that?
What lengths is he willing to go to? What depths will he stoop to vanquish the best in the world?
Miz now gonna push. Oh my! It barely touched him. Come on. Come on, Miz with a cover. 1, 2, 3. Falls count anywhere. 3-on-1 handicap match. The Miz defeats Sanity by pinning Eric Young out on the concrete outside of the Royal Farms Arena in Baltimore. So they did get some of the production stuff outside involved. Miz pushed like a cart into Eric Young and then pinned him. Water was going all over the place a little bit as well because it rained, I guess, down in the DMV earlier. So now there's a truck, or a car, excuse me, an SUV with Shane driving away. So they'll do a little bit of a Yui before he turns around, before they cut on this. And now we've got another cop car. Sirens are going. Looks like Miz is going to be getting arrested. Oh no, there's Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch gets out of the cop car. She tells the cop, thank you. So that was a good setup for that. They really haven't done anything like that in the past. So Miz is nowhere to be seen now. He left. Eric Young's still laying there, along with Killian Dane. And, well, Dane got up and moved too, it looks like. But Becky Lynch next on SmackDown Live. She arrives from the back of a cop car. She got arrested last night on Raw in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. Recap now from the Raw Tag Team Championship match 2 years ago at WrestleMania 33, when the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff Hardy, returned to the WWE, and they defeated The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro, Gallows and Anderson, and Enzo Amore and Big Cass are actually in that match as well, but they're making sure they don't show any highlights of them in this video footage. There's Matt grabbing the Raw Tag titles. So yeah, the Hardys won 2 years ago. No Raw Tag Team Championship match though this year at WrestleMania. However, Alexa Bliss did come out tonight on SmackDown as she is the host of WrestleMania on Sunday and announced the Usos will defend in a fatal 4-way versus Aleister Black and Ricochet, The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro, and Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. So 2 fatal 4-way tag team championship matches on Sunday. Women's tag title is on the line in a fatal 4-way. The Boston Hug Connection of Bayley and Sasha Banks will defend versus the Divas of Doom, Natalya and Beth Phoenix, the Iconics Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, who were on SmackDown Live earlier saying that WrestleMania will be iconic. Also, Nia Jax and Tamina in that match as well. And then I have to add to my notes here before I record after SmackDown for my WrestleMania predictions. Fatal 4-way for the SmackDown Live tag titles, as I said. Rusev and Nakamura, The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro, Aleister Black, and Ricochet will try to dethrone the Usos. So commercial for Ms. and Mrs. as a new episode. The first episode of Season 2 of Ms. and Mrs. is up next following SmackDown Live. Pizza, pizza.
They make Starburst taste so juicy. Starburst? Juice drive equation. Super top secret mathematical formula they keep stored inside a safe, inside a vault, inside a volcano.
Kevin Owens show kicked off SmackDown. Randy Orton, AJ Styles. They got into it. Orton stood tall. Had an 8-man tag team match then. The Usos won, and then Alexa came out and announced the Fatal 4-Way for Sunday. The Iconics, The Miz, and Shane. I'm trying to think what else happened so far tonight on SmackDown. Kofi had a thing backstage. He was looking at his contract. They're having a contract signing tonight with him and Daniel Bryan. Becky Lynch just arrived, so she'll be up next on SmackDown. A couple Raw recaps from last night as well. So SmackDown's been alright. I would say better than Raw last night. Raw last night, in my opinion, was god-awful. It sucked. Probably the worst Raw. I said, rating-wise, I said probably about a 5 out of 10, 5.5 out of 10 maybe. The worst Raw I think so far since I've started doing Raw and SmackDown recaps. And I've been doing those, what now, for 2 months maybe? Yeah, about 2 months I'd say. So I will, unfortunately, I will not have a Raw and SmackDown recap video this week, next week, or the following week now. Because whenever I am live doing live reactions play of Raw and SmackDown, I will not have a recap, a review video, because I'm doing live reactions of the show as it's going on. But stay tuned for my WrestleMania 35 and NXT TakeOver New York prediction video. I'll have that out tomorrow. I'm going to record right after SmackDown gets over here, get that uploaded right here to the channel. So be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Next week, well, this weekend first, I'll be live on Friday for NXT TakeOver New York and WrestleMania 35. Next week, though, the Raw and SmackDown after Mania, I'll be on YouTube here doing more live reactions play-by-play, so I hope to see everybody then. And then 2 weeks from last night and tonight, the Superstar Shakeup will begin once again from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. So some returns, probably some debuts from NXT maybe as well. That's when that'll happen. If that doesn't take place next week on either Raw or SmackDown. So keep an eye out for a lot of new videos. NFL Draft coming up at the end of the month as well. I'll have a prediction video out for that. Plus, I'll be on doing live reactions play of the first round. They're actually showing some still images of the city of Baltimore, M&T Bank Stadium, where the Baltimore Ravens play at, Camden Yards at Oriole Park, where the Baltimore Orioles play at in Major League Baseball. Got a segment now with Becky Lynch coming up, but last night they're showing what happened on Monday Night Raw with Stephanie McMahon announcing it's now a winner-take-all for both Raw and SmackDown Live both Raw and SmackDown Live Women's Championships. Women's tag titles also on the line on Sunday at WrestleMania. And then with Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte getting involved in their 6-woman tag that they had last night, and then getting arrested before Becky arrived on SmackDown here tonight in a cop car. that segment last night it was funny a little bit. It was, I'll say that, but it was so stupid. It was Raw last night as a whole was awful, I thought. This was just setting up their match though to get people talking for Sunday for WrestleMania. And they're just continuing showing the highlights right now with Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda, them getting arrested inside the cop cars. And then for some unknown reason, they got Charlotte out of the cop car. Ronda got in the front seat of the other one, drove into the back of the first one. And it was so stupid. Corey Graves in the ring. Corey Graves is in the ring. Yes, I did not cheat on my wife. Here's my new girlfriend, Carmella. No. He's going to introduce Becky Lynch and interview her. The man, Becky Lynch. Oh.
Champion and the Raw Women's Champion, Ronda Rousey. The winner will truly be the best in the women's division.
So Becky has made her way down to the ring. Looks like she's going to be getting interviewed by Corey Graves, and then Charlotte will probably come out. Ronda might come out as well, but we'll see. Actually, Graves just hands the microphone over to Becky. She rolls out of the ring. Now she's walking over and she stands on top of the announce table.
It's good to be out free in Baltimore.
She says it's good to be free.
You, Corey, but I don't answer to you. I answer to these people. I'll tell you, so this shirt aged well.
Becky chants. Becky chants. Becky chants from the crowd.
Man, I was thinking in the back of that cop car, what a difference a year makes.
What a difference a year makes for Becky.
Yeah,
this time last year, her and Charlotte were best of friends. Ronda was going to make her debut at WrestleMania.
Stars were aligned to get the queen and the baddest woman on the planet into the main event of this year's WrestleMania. Yeah, that was until I smacked the smugness off of Charlotte Flair's face at SummerSlam.
Then Becky turned on Charlotte at SummerSlam.
That one strike changed everything. I was determined at that point that I was going to do whatever it took to fight to get into this year's WrestleMania. And look at us now.
She said she was going to do whatever it took to get into this year's WrestleMania. Becky chants from the crowd once again. This Sunday at WrestleMania 35, East Rutherford, New Jersey, MetLife Stadium. First time ever the women will main event WrestleMania. Becky, Ronda, and Charlotte. And Becky's going to win. If she doesn't, they're going to riot. All hell's going to break loose.
Going head to head to head. My revolution, our revolution, the real revolution that started last year at SummerSlam with a slap is gonna explode this Sunday. When the winner takes all, and I make one of them dopes tap.
She says she's going to make one of them tap out.
I'm gonna be the champ that I knew I always was, the double champ.
Becky says she's going to be the double champion. They'll probably make it an undisputed championship. They might have Becky choose then what title she wants, and then have her be on that brand, and then have the other one be vacant until they crown a new champion at the next pay-per-view. Highly doubt it would be the Saudi Arabia show. Very well could be the Money in the Bank pay-per-view then. WWE Championship contract signing, though, tonight with Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston. That'll be the main event, it looks like. Daniel Bryan backstage looking his contract over as well. Up next, though, a 18-person mixed tag team match. Are you serious? I couldn't come up with anything better. So, an 18-person mixed tag match. We have the Hardy Boys. I'm going to pause this real quick. We have the Hardy Boys, Heavy Machinery, R-Truth, with Naomi, Asuka, Nikki Cross, and Carmella on one team. And then on the other, Gallows and Anderson. Looks like that's Andrade. EC3, that is Shelton Benjamin. And then Lana, Zelina Vega, and Fire and Desire, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville. So I am a little bit behind here as well. I just remembered that because I paused it earlier as well. Now they have the trophies for both the Andre the Giant Battle Royal and the Women's Battle Royal. Both trophies are ringside there. They go to another split screen commercial. So I guess yeah, okay. They're actually going to show the entrances during this split screen commercial. Feel the glow. Here comes Naomi. Actually going to fast forward here so we're on time. Nikki Cross as well. Then Heavy Machinery. Back to live TV now. Shelton Benjamin. They need to have him go back and be the gold standard and have him go back to his original entrance music as well, but they won't. EC3 coming out. He needs to go back to TNA. At least he's on TV, though. No, you're not in the top 1%. You suck. So there's EC3. They go back to full screen now. No more split screen commercial. Mandy Rose. Oh my gosh, says Corey Graves. Sonya Deville also coming out with Mandy. Now on Andrade, I assume with Zelina Vega. There she is. She played AJ Lee in the Paige movie Fighting With My Family. She is married to Aleister Black. Here comes Rusev's wife, Lana. She can't wrestle worth a damn, but we'll move on. Here comes R-Truth. So what's up? Hopefully you guys have been enjoying so far. There's Carmella as well. If you have been enjoying, be sure to hit the little thumbs up button. Like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring and myself, Cool Hand Luke96 on social media. Hardy Boys also in the ring, Matt and Jeff. So, looks like, well, they're going to ring the bell. 1 versus 1 to start things out. All hell's going to break loose. So, Gallows and Anderson also out there because they are in this match. So, Nikki Cross going to start things off versus Zelina Vega, it looks like. New episode of WWE Ride Along as well on the network. Actually did not promote that whatsoever last night on Raw. I got on the network and I noticed it was on there, so I watched it. Had the New Day and Andrade and Zelina Vega from back middle of February following the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Here comes Lacey Evans now, the sassy Southern Belle. Wonder if she's going to be involved in this match. Highly doubt it, but we'll see. Everybody just watching. She walks down, turns around, and walks back. I still don't know what they're going to do with her because they made the women's match at WrestleMania now for both titles. Took it off Asuka, who's in this 18 mixed tag match, which this is so stupid to be honest with you, but it is what it is. Zelina Vega and Nikki Cross legal right now. Nikki Cross with a belly to back suplex cover, 1 kick out by Zelina. She tags in. EC3 actually tags himself in. So Jeff Hardy comes in. Has to be man versus man and woman versus a woman. I get, why they're doing this. It gets everybody involved on the roster, but it's just flat out stupid. Like, you already had an 8-man tag match. Don't have an 18 mixed tag match the same night. But hell, they have a contract signing later on, and they already had the Kevin Owens show, for God's sakes, too. So, what the hell? You might as well do it. Matt Hardy now in versus EC3. Delete, delete, delete. Some of their action goes back to their TNA days together when Matt finally became broken. EC3 with a elbow. Side effect from Matt Hardy. Cover 1, 2. Andrade breaks it up. Delete, 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 delete. And Matt Hardy tags in Tucker, who then tags in Otis. And Heavy Machinery going after EC3. And that was, oh my. Wonderful, says Matt Hardy. And then EC3 just falls down. We're going to see the worm, the caterpillar, whatever the hell they're calling it. I don't like Heavy Machinery. Otis is a Randy Savage 2019. That's all he is. Elbow, though, on EC3 as they go to commercial break. So, match will continue during the break.
Why stay in and take it easy when there's a whole world out there to explore? With new adventures to discover around every corner, our SUVs can help you make the most of it. Like the Santa Fe. Tucson.
I see what you're saying there, Stacks, but and I agree with you. Like, for the, hopefully you can hear me. I know I'm having some technical difficulties here. I know it froze up on me once again. But it did it last night, and then you could still hear me while it was like this. So it's done in the past, doing it once again, so I'm sorry about that. But I see what you're saying, and I agree with you to some extent. Like, the mixed match challenge, that's different. I don't know if they're going to be bringing that back once again. They've already done 2 seasons of it in a year, calendar year-wise. Okay, good to hear. Thank you for tuning in and watching my live reactions play of SmackDown Live. Be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96 on social media if you haven't done so already. The links are in the description below, so just hit the little subscribe button if you haven't done so already. On the road to 1,000 right now. So I see what you're saying. I agree with you to some extent. Like, it's all right for mixed match challenge. Like, that's exclusive on Facebook. And I've watched that a little bit here and there whenever they had that on. But, intergender matches, I mean, some people want to see it, some people don't. I mean, it is what it is. They're still going to do what they want to do in the long run anyway. Like, tonight, though, I just don't understand why they're having this. They already had an 8-man tag. But I get it at the same time because they're trying to get everybody, on the show, the final show before WrestleMania, minus NXT tomorrow night on the network, which is already been taped, and then TakeOver New York on Friday night, Hall of Fame Saturday night, WrestleMania 35 Sunday. But it is what it is. I mean, if it's, you know, I'm trying to think of some tag teams, some mixed tag teams that, you know, people really enjoy watching. Now, if it's a regular mixed tag match with two superstars just getting paired up with each other because of, say, the mixed match challenge, yeah, I get at that point it doesn't make any sense. And this doesn't make any sense either, but they're doing it because they're trying to get everybody on the card. I get that, but you know, some people want to see the intergender matches, some don't. I mean, I don't really know if I'd want it or not. I mean, they've teased it, WWE has. I mean, other promotions are currently doing it. But, you know, if the fans want it, I mean, you might as well give them what you want, and then the people who don't like it, so be it. But technically it is what it is. And that's for anything. They're going to do what they want to do anyway. So hopefully that answers that. I mean, it's a tough subject. Back in the day when they had the mixed gender matches with Sable and Mark Mero, etc., or Hardys and Lita versus TNA with Trish, it made a lot more sense, as there wasn't a straight disqualification DQ when, say, Tess grabbed Lita. Yeah, but then that gets the sexual part of it, you know, involved in the match, and people want to see that, though, as well, because, you know, the WWF, whenever Vince's dad had it, and then Vince took over, up until, you know, the Attitude Era, it was still wrestling. But come, you know, the early 90s, mid-90s, when Monday Night Raw, you know, came in, that's been going on for 25 plus years now, you know, it's become entertainment. It's become, you know, both wrestling and entertaining the fans. And that's why, in my opinion, you know, some people ask, well, is it wrestling or is it just entertainment? It's both. So back from this commercial break, R-Truth in the match versus Andrade. Carmella also there, 7-second dance break as well. Carl Anderson, Machine Gun Carl Anderson, knocks R-Truth out. Carmella takes out Zelina Vega. Now everybody's going at it. Bell rings, DQ. So Carmella working with Mandy Rose, Andrade R-Truth, Lana Naomi, Jeff Hardy Andrade, Otis and R-Truth, Otis Shelton Benjamin, Matt Hardy with EC3, Nikki Cross with EC3 as well. So they are teasing it here once again. R-Truth and Andrade go flying ringside. Asuka, what the hell is this turned into? A battle royal? Asuka takes out Lana. This is just a tease as well for both battle royal matches on Sunday, with Andre the Giant Battle Royal and the Women's Battle Royal, which will both probably be on the kickoff show. So Asuka takes out both Mandy Rose and Sonya. Sonya actually reverse there with a kick. Asuka takes her out, though. Mandy going after Asuka now. Yeah, I guess this has turned into a battle royal. Otis going to be going after Mandy now, it looks like. Mandy's saying, slow down, hold on. Shelton Benjamin now throws Otis out. Shelton Benjamin now aligns himself with Mandy. Nikki Cross eliminates Mandy Rose. They must not have had anything else for tonight. I mean, I know Rey Mysterio and Andrade got canceled, but Like, you couldn't have had a couple singles matches or another promo. Nikki Cross now jumps on the back of Shelton Benjamin. Like, this is just pointless. It is. Shelton and Nikki Cross eliminate each other. Yeah, Nikki Cross actually didn't even touch the floor yet, so she's not eliminated. Matt Hardy working with EC3. Asuka's probably going to stand tall here because she lost last week on SmackDown, I bet. Twist of Fate, Jeff Hardy on EC3. Asuka now with a kick to the side of the face of Ethan Carter III, who should go back to TNA. EC3 eliminates, or Jeff Hardy eliminates EC3, excuse me. Jeff Hardy and Asuka hug it out. Asuka now eliminates Jeff Hardy. Otis technically wasn't eliminated. He went through the middle rope. Nikki Cross wasn't eliminated either, but Asuka stands tall. This 18 mixed tag match that turned into a battle royal. Women's battle royal on Sunday. The competitors I have so far in the match, and I believe that's all the ones that they're listing on the television screen right now. Also, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, Women's Battle Royal, though. Dana Brooke, Mickie James, the Riot Squad, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan. Asuka, Carmella, Naomi, Lana, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Zelina Vega, and Nikki Cross. Universal Championship match on Sunday. The Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. Coming up here on the 9:30 mark, Tuesday, April the 2nd, 2019. The main event will be coming up next. It's a contract signing with Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston. Showing some highlights now of Seth Rollins' road to WrestleMania with him winning the Royal Rumble and then choosing Brock Lesnar for him to have a match at WrestleMania. Rollins actually stood tall last night, holding up the Universal title after attacking Lesnar. Andre the Giant Battle Royal, so they're just showing a video package with Brock's and Seth's road to WrestleMania. Andre the Giant Battle Royal, I see those other comments coming on through. I'll get to those here in a second. Braun Strowman, my pick for the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. I think he'll win that because they've been basically with Alexa, the SNL guys, Michael Che and Colin Jost, Braun Strowman, they've basically been having him be the main centerpiece to all that. More WrestleMania graphics, Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins Universal title on Sunday. What else we got? Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre as well. Regular singles match. Roman's going to win, but Drew should win. Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin in Kurt Angle's final match in the WWE, his farewell match after a 20-year career. Intercontinental Championship, Bobby Lashley, the Almighty One, defending versus the Demon Finn Balor. What else we got? Actually, we cut to the New Day backstage. Big E's holding some pancakes. Kofi's in the middle there along with Xavier. WWE Championship contract signing tonight. That will more than likely be coming up next. Actually, we're going to have Samoa Joe come out. He might have something to say about the United States Championship because Rey Mysterio is injured. Joe. They actually they announce Samoa Joe will still defend versus Rey Mysterio on Sunday at WrestleMania. Andre the Giant Battle Royal, though. And keep an eye out for my WrestleMania 35 predictions as well. I'll have those out tomorrow. Braun Strowman's my pick, but Apollo Crews is also in this, along with Michael Che and Colin Jost. Samoa Joe in a match up next versus Ali. Mustafa Ali. I'm going to call him Mustafa Ali because Ali, when you think of Ali, you think of Muhammad Ali. They need to technically change his name as a whole, just not shorten it to Ali. But Braun Strowman, Michael Che and Colin Jost, Apollo Crews, Titus O'Neil, Tyler Breeze, Jinder Mahal, No Way Jose, Bobby Roode, Chad Gable, Kalisto, Grand Metalik, Lince Dorado, the Lucha House Party, Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel, Rhino, Heath Slater, The Ascension, Connor and Victor, Andrade, Mustafa Ali, Shelton Benjamin, Gallows and Anderson, Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, the Hardy Boys, Otis and Tucker, Heavy Machinery, and EC3 also in that. So, yeah, keep an eye out for WrestleMania prediction video. Up next, though, Samoa Joe versus Mustafa Ali. So, a couple more comments came on through. I'll get to those here now. What do we got? Definitely a fine line to walk, yeah. Damn right about that. But the crowd would pop when Lita hit Hurricanrana on Christian, for example. Yes, they would. Or when Test hit a pump handle slam on Lita. And that was a brutal bump. And then Stax also says, so thank you once again for tuning in and watching, listening. I know I'm having some technical difficulties. I personally hope the Battle Royals are on the pre-show and don't take up a valuable spot on the main card for Mania. This year, yes, I agree with you on that. It was either last year or the year before, though. I wanted the Andre the Giant Battle Royal on the main card, and then it ended up, both of them, I think it was last year, because that was the first year for the Women's Battle Royal. Might have been 2 years ago, though, too. I wanted the one on the main card, but they both got put on the pre-show. But this year, for sure, because you look at the Women's Battle Royal, Asuka's probably going to win that. Other than that, I mean, the superstars are good, but there's not really anybody. I mean, they're all capable of winning, but the winner of these, and as of late too, the Money in the Bank, I talked about this last night, they really haven't done a whole lot with lately. Like Baron Corbin, for example, he won a couple years ago, cashed in, and he failed. He did not win when he should have. And then last year, they should have had somebody else. Braun Strowman, for example, as well. Last year, they had him win when they should have had either Samoa Joe or Kevin Owens win. And then Strowman cashed in and failed, did not win. But other than Asuka, which is probably going to be my pick for the Women's Battle Royal, and Strowman in the men's, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, there's no one else, maybe Bobby Roode, if they want to split him and Gable up, that I could see really winning and then, you know, have them do something with them moving forward into the future. So, yeah, I think both pre-show matches will be the Battle Royals, probably the Cruiserweight as well, even though that should be one of the main card matches because they always get sent to the pre-show. You know, Lesnar, Rollins, all these other matches are definitely going to be on the main card. So, Cruiserweight will probably get stuck to the pre-show once again, unfortunately. But what else? Yeah, so I personally hope the Battle Royals are on the pre-show and don't take up a valuable spot on the main card. I agree with you there this year. Can't believe how many really good tag teams are being wasted on the Andre Battle Royal. Well, they should have a Raw tag match, but I thought a couple weeks ago it was going to be the Hardys versus the Usos in the singles for the SmackDown Live tag titles. However, they made that a fatal four-way earlier tonight. I said a little bit ago as well, hell, add Gallows and Anderson, make it a fatal five-way. Make it a six-way. SmackDown Live tag titles, put the Hardy Boys in there as well with Gallows and Anderson. Instead of having them be in the Battle Royal and being wasted. I agree with you, yeah. They are very strange. There are very strange filler matches, especially the Andre Battle Royal. Really doesn't do anything for anybody's career. No, it doesn't. It should and could lead to something, but never does. A waste opportunity. Yeah, I said that last night. Cesaro, he won the first one. The Big Show, he won the second one. They still advertise Samoa Joe, Rey Mysterio for the U.S. title on Sunday at WrestleMania. So hopefully Rey can go. If not, maybe Joe has an open challenge. Yeah, Cesaro won the first one. And then Big Show, the second one. The third one, WrestleMania 32 and 33, I can't remember who won. And then I believe Matt Hardy won it last year. And then that was also in the pre-show. And then this year, I think it's going to be Braun because, like I said, he's basically been the centerpiece for hyping the match with the Saturday Night Live guys, Michael Che and Colin Jost. And then Asuka, yeah, I'm going to write down Asuka here for my pick to win the Women's Battle Royal. Even though she did stand tall during what just took place on SmackDown here, the 18 mixed tag match that turned into a Battle Royal, she won. Because normally when you stand tall, you lose the pay-per-view. I get that. And so far, I have Becky winning, Triple H winning, and Finn Balor winning. Kurt Angle will probably win, even though Corbin should win. And then Roman Reigns will win, even though Drew McIntyre should win. But stay tuned for my WrestleMania 35 NXT TakeOver New York predictions. Bell rings, Samoa Joe versus Mustafa Ali. Ali now, they shorten his name for some unknown reason. Once again, they do this all the time with guys. Bell has rung, match is underway, Joe in control. Maybe they have Ali, if Mysterio can't go, maybe they have him challenge Joe for the U.S. title, because look at Kofi Kingston, for example. What Kofi Kingston has done, what has turned into Kofi Mania, that was supposed to be Mustafa Ali's spot. He got injured, Kofi got him inserted into the gauntlet match, won the gauntlet match, won an Elimination Chamber, well, went to Elimination Chamber, lost Daniel Bryan, won. There's been so much that has happened on the road to WrestleMania with Kofi Kingston. It's hard to remember it all. But long story short, Kofi got inserted into Ali's spot, and then Kofi's fighting for the WWE title now on Sunday versus Daniel Bryan. The contract signing will be coming up next. Heavy Machinery are making good names for themselves. Yes, they are, but I still do not like them. I just don't. I think Otis, DDT, Ali on Samoa Joe cover 1-2 kick out by the U.S. champ. In my opinion, Otis is a Randy Savage 2019. The way he talks, the way he acts. Wrestling-wise, no, because, you know, he's not his type. Like, he's not the same. I'm not saying Otis is short and stocky and fat, even though he is. You know, he's not like Randy Savage. Everybody's different, I get that. And WWE has been changing the past couple years with some guys. Look at Kevin Owens, look at AJ Styles, look at Samoa Joe, for example. 3 guys you never would have thought would be in the WWE, and now they finally are. There's other guys as well, Bobby Roode, other guys from the independent scene that you never would have thought would be in the WWE, but they are. Samoa Joe has Ali in a headlock, Coquina clutch. Ali's going to be going to sleep here, and Samoa Joe is going to be winning by submission, it looks like. But yeah, Heavy Machinery, they are making a good name for themselves. A good friend of mine, he tuned in earlier, normally tunes in most of the time. He was telling me that for the house shows and then for Raw and SmackDown, even though they are on SmackDown, only on SmackDown, that they stay around after the show gets over, and they help tear down the stage, the ring, the whole set. So they're really making a name for themselves. Yeah, I guess Vince is really, really high on them. I was reading that earlier. So they'll probably be getting a tag team title match sometime soon. Add them to, you know, the Raw or SmackDown Live tag title match. You know, Alistair and Ricochet, they're already in the NXT tag title match on Friday Night TakeOver. So the thing is, they have too many superstars and not enough time. Raw's 3 hours, SmackDown's 2. I heard SmackDown might be going to 3, from 2 to 3, come the first Friday in October, whenever they move to Fox on Friday nights. Samoa Joe defeats Mustafa Ali. Here comes Daniel Bryan now. Contract signing, Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston up next. Roode and Gable are fantastic wrestlers. Yes, they are. Gallows and Anderson have a good following. Yes, they do. Hardys say no more. There's a 4-way tag match right there. Yeah, that's the thing. Even though WWE doesn't want to admit it, half the time, I ate the rosebud rabbit. Oh my. Half the time, us fans, the WWE universe, could make better matches for all the talent that they have. And, you know, that's why it seems like everybody does that on the video games. Which there's nothing wrong with. You know, I do that every once in a while too. So up next, contract signing, WWE Championship, Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston. They go to commercial break. But, you know, when it's all said and done, if this is what they decide on doing, you know, so be it. We got to live with it one way or another. So, staying back and ring crew is awesome. Shows they are team players. Good to hear. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. So, Miz and Mrs. up next following SmackDown Live.
It's a
We're at the quarter of the hour right now. So Ms. and Mrs. following SmackDown at 10 o'clock here on the USA Network. Little Caesars, pizza. So keep those chat questions and comments coming. Be sure, if you haven't done so already, to like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96, on social media. Links in the description below. Like Gridiron Ring on Facebook. Follow Gridring18 on Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe right here on YouTube. Check out the website as well. Follow me on Twitter at Cool Hand Luke 96. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. Hit the little thumbs up button if you haven't done so already as well. And then stay tuned for my WrestleMania 35 NXT TakeOver New York prediction video. I'll have that out tomorrow. I'm going to record it after SmackDown gets over here. And then NXT TakeOver New York on Friday will be live right here on YouTube, doing more live reactions play-by-play. Sunday for WrestleMania as well. So I hope to see everybody then next Monday and Tuesday, and then the following Monday and Tuesday for the Raw and SmackDown after Mania, and then the Superstar Shakeup episodes of Raw and SmackDown as well. So a lot of content coming to Gridiron Ring's YouTube channel here within the next couple weeks. NFL Draft also at the end of the month, as I said earlier, so I'll have a prediction video out for that and a live reaction stream for the first round on, I believe it's Thursday, April the 25th, if I'm not mistaken. So once again, guys, thank you for listening. Main event segment of SmackDown Live coming up next. Contract signing with Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston. Keep those chat questions and comments coming on through.
Everyone wants to be the Cadbury bunny, because only he brings delicious Cadbury cream eggs, while others may keep trying. No bunny knows Easter better than Cadbury.
What if I introduce you to my family? What if I have a cousin in the big city? Why don't we go visit my cousin that lives off the grid?
Introducing the hybrid that will shatter perceptions. The all-new, built for speed, RAV4 hybrid.
Yeah, for example, what just happened, that 18 mixed tag match that turned into a battle royal. Like, what the hell? Like, he couldn't have come up with something better than that. I get Mysterio Andrade match was canceled because Ray's hurt, but still, come on. Makes no sense. And then last night, the segment with Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte, with them getting arrested, and then, you know, them getting put in the same cop car, and all hell breaking loose. I get that, you know, it's just setting up, getting people talking about their match on Sunday. But still, like, half the shit we could technically, if really sat down and thought about it and started writing, we could, you know, create better matches and put on better content. But they've been doing this for how long? So they know what they are doing. You know, I get not all the time it's gonna be right. You know, you just gotta deal with it. But because it is harder than it looks. You know, they put in countless, and you got to give them credit. They put in countless amount of hours. That Michael Cole on SmackDown, Michael Cole in the ring. He will be involved in this contract signing here with Daniel Bryan, the new Daniel Bryan, the current WWE champion, the Planet's champion Daniel Bryan, and Kofi Kingston. Is Kofi Mania is this Sunday, aka WrestleMania 35. So here comes the New Day with Kofi Kingston. There's a nice Kofi Mania sign in the crowd. And The Miz defeating Sanity. I don't understand how that helps anybody. Well, it says that he stood tall, and then that Shane will probably win on Sunday. That's what that says. It kills anything Sanity had going. Yes, it does. I agree with you on that, because Sanity, they're another good tag team that should be in a tag team match. Yeah. Especially Eric Young. If they wanted to split Sanity up and just give EY a singles run, I'd be fine with that. But at least they're on TV. You know, that's another thing. Like, some guys aren't even on TV. So, I mean, Sanity at this point too, going into the night, they really didn't have a whole lot going anyway. So, it is what it is. And then the crowd would be behind Miz a lot more. Shane screwed Miz. It also protects Sanity. Yeah, but then Miz won. They fought outside. And then Becky got out of the cop car. It looked like Miz was going to get arrested because then Shane drove off. Miz was standing there, and then a cop car pulled up, and then Becky got out, and that's what set up the next segment. That's the thing. You got to just continue on with the show. So contract signing has begun. Kofi chants from the crowd. Daniel Bryan telling the crowd to be quiet and shush. So Daniel Bryan going to sign the contract. Daniel Bryan will now defend versus Kofi Kingston on Sunday. Kofi rocks chance.
Kofi, I know you're going to sign this contract, and I know that I'm going to go on to face you for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania.
Daniel Bryan says he knows Kofi's going to sign. He's going to have to face him at Mania on Sunday.
To stop you from signing this contract, I am out here to educate the masses.
Daniel Bryan is out to educate the masses.
And this, you can listen if you want. But this is
Kofi Mania chance. Kofi's definitely going to win. I think Kofi's going to win. Becky's going to win. Rollins should win, but they'll probably have Lesnar retain. More Kofi Mania chance. Daniel Bryan can't even get out what he's saying. He says he's going to teach us a important life lesson. Baltimore is so ignorant.
So here is the life lesson.
Here's the life lesson.
Be complacent.
Do not be complacent.
Be complacent the way that Kofi Kingston has been complacent.
Don't be complacent like Kofi. For the past 11 years. Here's your life lesson. Do not be complacent. I'm signing off now. It was good talking with you. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy WrestleMania. Thank you, Stacks, for tuning in and watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Good talking with you as well. You too. And I will enjoy WrestleMania weekend, this upcoming weekend with TakeOver New York and WrestleMania. And hopefully you do as well. Daniel Bryan says, don't be a bystander like Kofi Kingston. Don't sit on the sidelines and have other people push you to the top. Daniel Bryan is awesome. He's the best. When he's a heel, he's awesome.
And actually, before I hand this over to you, I have one more life lesson.
Kofi chants. Daniel Bryan says he has one more life lesson.
Don't mistake a fad for reality.
Don't mistake a fad for reality.
You see, I have been
Some strong words from Daniel Bryan.
same spot. I have been in your shoes.
Daniel Bryan says he has been in Kofi's spot, his shoes, 5 years ago, WrestleMania 30.
It's the same way that they chant Kofi for you.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
And I know how you feel. I know how it reverberates through your body. I know how you feel like this love and adoration, it makes you feel stronger. But here's the reality. You don't feed off of them. They feed
You don't feed off of them, they feed off of you. Referring to the WWE Universe. They are parasites. Some more strong words from Bryan Danielson.
You see, they need you.
They need you.
To fulfill whatever fantasy it is that they have in their life. But once they're done with you, once they're done with sucking all the positivity out of you, they will discard you.
Asshole chants towards Daniel Bryan. Michael Cole's trying not to laugh.
That's what they've said to all the great truth tellers throughout history. But here
He shuts them up real quick.
Kofi, I want you to suck all this in, because for you, this is the best it's ever going to be.
Daniel Bryan says this is the best it's ever going to be for you, Kofi. Kofi then grabs the contract.
We have had to listen to you as you claim to educate all of us. Now it's time for you to sit there, shut your mouth while I educate you.
Sit there and shut up while I educate you. You claim to be what I am. Technically, he is. 5 years ago, yes, this was Daniel Bryan.
You became World Heavyweight Champion.
Mm-hmm.
The first 2 years of you coming to WWE, and I watched that. No, not as a bystander. No. I watched it. I observed it. I watched it. I understood it.
Kofi mad. Daniel Bryan. Kofi chants from the crowd once again.
I watched it, Daniel. I watched it. You see, here's the thing. I'll cut to all the chase. I'll cut through everything, man. You don't know me, Daniel. You've not been through what I've been through. 11 years, and I've not had a singles match for the WWE Championship.
11 years, and I've never had a WWE Championship match. Under 2 minutes to go for the Season 2 premiere of Ms. and Mrs. as well.
I can see it by the mind games that you're trying to play. You know that I am ready.
You know that I am ready. You deserve a chance now. They got 1 minute and 20 seconds before they cut.
The one thing that we have in common, the one common thread to this story.
The one common thread.
Feels like. You know what all this.
You know what all this feels like.
And you're scared as hell.
And you're scared as hell. And you should be. Because you know what comes next. Is at WrestleMania, I will beat you. And I will become the WWE Champion. Kofi Kingston then signs the contract. It is now official. Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston at WrestleMania 35 for the WWE Championship. They have a stare down to end the go-home show for SmackDown Live for WrestleMania on Sunday. $205 Live is up next on the network if you want to tune in if you have the network. They cut Miz and Mrs. now. Will be coming on season 2 of that. I'm going to let everybody go. I got to record my WrestleMania 35 NXT TakeOver New York predictions now, so keep an eye out for that video. I'll have it up sometime tomorrow. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching, listening. I know technical difficulties here at the end. To my SmackDown Live live reactions play here this evening, April the 2nd, 2019. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit the little thumbs up button. I will see everybody now on